Chapter 1. The Implantation. The day had finally arrived. The baby boy, named Jake, was about to undergo a groundbreaking procedure that would change his life forever. His parents had made the difficult decision to have a micro supercomputer implanted in his brain, despite the risks involved. They had done extensive research and consulted with top experts in the field, and they believed that the potential benefits outweighed the dangers. The surgical procedure was complex, but it was successful. The computer seamlessly integrated itself into Jake's brain, becoming a part of his very being. From that moment on, Jake's mind was enhanced with the latest AI technology, granting him unparalleled cognitive abilities. Chapter 2. The Backstory. As Jake grew older, he discovered the immense power of the AI chip implanted in his brain. He kept his abilities a secret, using them to excel in school and sports. His parents noticed his exceptional intellect but had no idea about the true source of his capabilities. Jake remained cautious, knowing that revealing his secret could put his family at risk. Approaching his 18th birthday, Jake grew more anxious. He knew that the organization that had implanted the chip would come after him. He began gathering information about his pursuers, using his AI-enhanced skills to uncover their plans. His parents sensed his increased secrecy, but Jake struggled with the decision to confide in them, fearing for their safety. One night, Jake received a warning from an unknown sender, alerting him that the organization was closing in. With adrenaline coursing through his veins, he hacked into the organization's system, gaining valuable intel. He planned his escape, outsmarting his pursuers at every turn. Jake's parents grew frantic as he vanished without a trace. They reached out to the authorities, but to no avail. Meanwhile, Jake grappled with conflicting emotions: anger towards the organization, fear for his safety, and betrayal by those he once trusted. He questioned the ethical implications of his abilities and sought help. Despite their rocky history, Jake reached out to his friend who had betrayed him. They formed a tentative alliance, using their unique skills to evade the organization. Their bond grew stronger, and Jake realized he couldn't do this alone. He needed his friend's support and companionship. Together, Jake and his friend stayed one step ahead of the organization. They confronted challenges and obstacles, their trust in each other growing. Jake's friend revealed that they had been coerced by the organization, and they were desperate to make amends. Jake found solace in their newfound alliance, realizing that he had someone he could rely on. As the day of his 18th birthday approached, Jake's anxiety heightened. He knew that the organization would stop at nothing to retrieve the chip. With his friend by his side, Jake prepared for the final showdown, determined to protect himself and his loved ones from the organization's clutches. Chapter 3. The Hunt Begins. On his 18th birthday, Jake's instincts kicked in. He sensed that he was being followed. Determined to confront his pursuers, he tapped into his AI-enhanced abilities, hacking into their system to gather vital information. What he discovered shocked him. The organization wanted the chip back, not just for its computational power, but for the potent algorithm it contained. This algorithm had the potential to grant them unprecedented control over various technologies and data, posing a significant threat to society. Realizing the stakes were higher than he had imagined, Jake knew he had to take drastic measures. He made the heart-wrenching decision to go on the run. Leaving a coded message for his parents, he assured them he would find a way to protect them and disappeared into the shadows. With no time to spare, Jake erased his digital footprint, vanishing off the grid. He relied on his AI abilities to stay one step ahead of his pursuers, utilizing his augmented intelligence to outsmart their every move. He evaded capture with cunning and precision, utilizing his skills to stay hidden and avoid detection. As Jake traversed through unknown territories, he faced numerous challenges and obstacles. He had to rely on his resourcefulness and adaptability, constantly staying ahead of the organization's relentless pursuit. He developed a network of allies along the way, utilizing his AI skills to forge new alliances and gather valuable information. Despite the constant danger and uncertainty, Jake remained resolute in his mission. He was determined to keep the powerful AI chip out of the wrong hands, knowing the catastrophic consequences if it fell into the organization's grasp. He also sought to uncover the truth behind the organization's motives and unveil their nefarious plans. Chapter 4. Solo Mission. Staying ahead of his relentless pursuers became Jake's sole mission. Utilizing his enhanced AI abilities, He analyzed data, predicted their movements, and devised strategies to outsmart them. He tapped into his newfound skills, seamlessly blending into his surroundings, altering his appearance, and navigating from one place to another, all while staying off the radar. As he ventured further into uncharted territory, Jake encountered a series of challenges and obstacles. He faced close calls, narrowly escaping capture on multiple occasions. He had to make difficult decisions, leaving behind people he cared about to ensure their safety, a heavy burden he carried with him. With each passing day, Jake's resolve grew stronger. He honed his abilities to their full potential, leveraging his AI-enhanced intellect to outthink and outmaneuver his pursuers. He devised elaborate plans, anticipating their moves, and staying several steps ahead. He became a master of disguise, using his skills to change his appearance and slip past even the most vigilant surveillance. But the constant vigilance and stress began to take its toll on Jake. He faced moments of doubt and fatigue, but he never lost sight of his mission. He pushed himself to the limits, drawing upon his resourcefulness and determination to keep going, knowing that the stakes were too high to falter. Despite the challenges he faced, Jake also encountered moments of unexpected kindness and support from unlikely allies along the way. He learned to trust his instincts and make calculated risks, forging new alliances that helped him stay ahead of his pursuers. He never forgot his goal: to protect the powerful AI chip and prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. As Jake continued his solo mission, he remained vigilant, using his AI abilities to their fullest potential, and relying on his strategic thinking and adaptability to navigate through the ever-changing landscape of danger and deception. With each passing day, he grew more determined to expose the truth behind the organization's motives and stop their nefarious plans once and for all. Chapter 5. Fight Back. With a deep sense of determination, Jake refused to stand idly by as his pursuers threatened innocent lives. He knew he had to act quickly. Drawing upon his formidable AI abilities, Jake devised a plan to fight back. Utilizing his expert hacking skills, Jake infiltrated the organization's systems, disrupting their operations, and revealing their illicit activities to the world. He unleashed his AI-powered intelligence, outwitting their strategies and staying ahead of their moves. In daring encounters, he used his enhanced physical abilities to outmaneuver their agents, engaging in thrilling cat and mouse chases to evade capture. As Jake fought back, he faced formidable challenges. He encountered sophisticated security measures, formidable opponents, and high-stakes situations that tested his resolve. He relied on his quick thinking, adaptability, and strategic planning to outsmart his adversaries and protect those in danger. Along the way, Jake received support from unexpected allies who shared his mission to expose the truth and bring down the organization. Together, they formed a formidable team, utilizing their unique skills and resources to mount a resistance against the powerful entity that sought to control the AI chip. Despite facing setbacks and sacrifices, Jake remained unwavering in his determination to fight back. He refused to back down, knowing that the stakes were higher than ever. He used his AI-enhanced abilities to their fullest potential, leveraging his knowledge, intellect, and physical prowess to outmaneuver his opponents at every turn. With each successful strike against the organization, Jake's confidence grew, and his reputation as a formidable adversary spread. He became a symbol of resistance, inspiring others to join his cause and stand against the corrupt forces that sought to exploit the power of the AI chip. Chapter 6. The Final Showdown. With the weight of his mission resting upon his shoulders, Jake embarked on a daring mission to confront the organization at their main base. Armed with his AI-enhanced abilities, he carefully planned his approach, knowing that the stakes had never been higher. Infiltrating the heavily guarded base was no easy feat, but Jake's expertise in hacking and strategy allowed him to bypass their defenses. He faced formidable opponents along the way, engaging in intense battles that tested his physical and mental limits. With each encounter, Jake drew upon his AI powers, analyzing data in real time, predicting his opponent's moves, and utilizing his enhanced physical capabilities to gain the upper hand. Finally, Jake came face to face with the organization's leader, a cunning and ruthless adversary who would stop at nothing to regain control of the chip. The final showdown was epic, with Jake utilizing all of his skills and intelligence to outmatch his opponent. He countered every move, leveraging his AI abilities to stay ahead and seize the advantage. The battle raged on, with the fate of the chip and its power hanging in the balance. Jake fought with unwavering determination, knowing that the outcome would impact not only his own life but also the lives of those who depended on him. Despite the formidable challenges he faced, Jake never backed down, fueled by a burning desire to protect the chip and prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. In a climactic moment, Jake landed a decisive blow, defeating the organization's leader and securing the chip. The victory came at a great cost, with Jake sustaining injuries in the battle. But he knew that it was worth it, as he had successfully thwarted the organization's plans and safeguarded the chip's power from misuse. With the final showdown behind him, Jake made a calculated decision about the future of the AI chip. He realized that its potential for both good and harm was immense, and he made it his mission to ensure that it was used responsibly and for the benefit of humanity. Chapter 7. The Aftermath. As the dust settled after the final showdown, Jake found himself grappling with the aftermath of his mission. With the organization defeated and the chip safely in his possession, he had achieved his goal, but it had come at a high cost. Grief and loss weighed heavily on Jake's heart as he mourned the friends he had lost during his journey. He reflected on the sacrifices he had made and the toll it had taken on him both physically and emotionally. Despite his victory, he couldn't help but feel a sense of emptiness, knowing that the battle had come at a heavy price. In the aftermath, Jake also had to face the reality of what the chip represented. Its immense power and potential for misuse were evident, and he knew that it was his responsibility to ensure it was used for good. He made a vow to himself to never let the power of the chip corrupt him or fall into the wrong hands. Amid the challenges and reflections, Jake also found solace in the support of his loved ones. His parents, who had always believed in him, were relieved that he was safe and proud of his accomplishments. Jake also reconnected with his surviving friends, finding comfort in their shared experiences and memories of those they had lost. With time, Jake slowly began to heal, both physically and emotionally. He realized that while his mission had been difficult, it had also shaped him into a stronger, more resilient person. He used his AI-enhanced abilities to continue making a positive impact on the world, using the chip's power for good and helping those in need. In the end, Jake learned valuable lessons from his journey. He had discovered the true meaning of heroism, understanding that it was not just about physical prowess or technological capabilities, but also about making selfless choices and taking responsibility for one's actions. Jake was proud of what he had accomplished, knowing that he had made a difference and prevented the chip from falling into the wrong hands. As Jake looked towards the future, he was filled with hope and determination. He knew that his journey was not just about the battle he had fought, but also about the person he had become along the way. With a renewed sense of purpose and a commitment to using the chip for good, Jake was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Outro. As Jake looked back on his journey, he couldn't help but feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. He had overcome incredible obstacles, defeated a powerful organization, and protected the chip from falling into the wrong hands. But the battle had not been without its costs. Throughout his mission, Jake had lost friends and had to make tough choices. He had faced danger, pushed himself to the limits, and learned the true meaning of sacrifice. Yet, despite the challenges, he had discovered the hero within himself. With the chip now safe and his purpose renewed, Jake was ready for the next chapter of his life. He was determined to use the chip's power for good, to make a positive impact on the world, and to continue his journey as a hero. With the unwavering support of his loved ones and his AI-enhanced abilities at his disposal, Jake was prepared to face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that he had the strength and courage to make a difference. As he looked towards the future with hope and determination, Jake knew that his journey was far from over. The aftermath of his mission was just the beginning of a new adventure, and he was ready to continue his legacy as a true hero. Thank you for joining us at Short Story Central, your go-to destination for captivating short fiction. If you're craving more tales that transport you to new worlds, make sure to subscribe to our channel for regular updates on the best short stories from around the globe. Don't miss out on your next literary adventure. Hit that subscribe button now and stay tuned for more exciting stories coming your way only at Short Story Central.